gourmet patty stack, sir.
Oh, thank you very much.
Of course. Enjoy, all right?
I will. Oh, excuse me. Was this lettuce grown in California or Mexico?
I think California.
Oof, that won't do. Thank you.
All right, enjoy, all right?
Oh, one more thing. This ketchup, is it Canadian brand?
I believe it's Hunt's, actually.
Hunt's, that's American. I need to scrape that off for you.
Welcome back to the channel. So there's actually a lot of Americans who have no idea that Canada is still boycotting American products. And there's many Americans that never even knew that that happened in the first place. Some may agree and some disagree. But either way, let me know how you feel in the comments.
Americans just don't even know that this is happening. To mention, Canadians are fully aware of this as well. If you walk into a store right now in Canada, you're going to see labels telling people what's American made so that the Canadians don't buy. And then in British Columbia, which is huge, by the way, the premier in British Columbia is saying that they're going to cut off all contracts that are up with the U.S., meaning businesses in the U.S. will be cut off from doing business with British Columbia. And we're over here in America thinking that everything is hunky-dory with our allies. Meanwhile, they're pretty much getting ready to take us down.
To all my Canadian friends who are calling for boycotts of American companies in case the U.S. implements tariffs on Canada, what companies exactly are you looking at boycotting? Tim Hortons? Because that's now an American-owned company. May have been founded here, but it's American-owned. Starbucks? McDonald's? How about Esso? Netflix? Amazon? FedEx? UPS? X? Facebook? Instagram? Do you see where I'm going here? Which ones are we going to boycott? Tesla, Ford, General Motors? Do you see how ridiculous any of that would be? There's going to be no boycott. Because even a Canadian company like Telesat, who the Liberal government gave $2.5 billion plus to, so they can launch their own satellites in space despite not having a single one, because they didn't want to give the money to Elon Musk, even though Telesat is going to use SpaceX in order to get those satellites up in orbit. That company is primarily owned by U.S. shareholders. It's not even a Canadian company.
There's an economic blackout that's happening on February the 28th, and this is where we don't spend any money unless it is medically necessary. But did y'all know that Canada is also having a one-day blackout or boycott as well? Now, Canada is boycotting all the U.S. retailers that include Walmart, Home Depot, Best Buy, Amazon, McDonald's, Staples, Gap, Toys R Us, Costco, and other U.S. retailers. They are asking other countries to join in on this boycott. So did y'all know this? So it looks like it's not going to be just the U.S. and Canada that's going to be boycotting on this day, but possibly other countries as well. I am glad to know that the U.S. is not in on this alone, that we do have Canada that is backing us, but then they're also backing themselves as well.
So if the U.S. annexes Canada and Canada goes to war with the U.S., where am I supposed to go? I'm supposed to claim asylum there.
You know, it's hysterical, the MAGA response to Canadians boycotting American products and canceling their trips to the United States. Well, we're not going to buy Canadian products. Honey, that's going to be hard because you can't even identify Canada on a map, let alone Canadian-made products. So good luck with that.
Canadians are taking this boycott seriously. So I was up at Vancouver over the weekend, and we went out to a bar on Friday night. We went to the bartender to get some shots. My friend's not a big drinker, so he wanted something on the sweeter end. We ordered Washington apples. So the bartender goes to make it, and then he turns back around. He's like, "Oh, sorry, I can't make that because I don't have the apple liqueur. It's made in the States, and we got rid of everything that's made in the States." And I look across the bar, didn't see any Tito's, didn't see some of the bigger name brands that I'm used to seeing at bars. And so I thought that was really interesting, and honestly kind of agreed with them. I was like, good for you guys. I mean, the way our government is treating our allies with the Canadians is just disgusting, and I'm proud of them for standing up for what they're doing. Then on the way back yesterday, so we get to the border crossing, and it was 2 hours long. We sat in that line, just absolutely insane. I've never seen it be like that. Usually it's a long line, but it's kind of cruising through. We get up to we actually get to the guards themselves. They've got 4 of the 7 lanes open, and once we're third in line, and we're just watching this guard just spend forever on this car. And finally, we get up to him, and we get to see why he was taking so long. The guy was just hostile. I mean, immediately met with straight up hostility towards us. I don't know if it's because my friend was Asian and he was driving, and there might have been a racist component to it, but just fully hostile. Usually they're strictly business, but they're polite enough. And that was not the case this time. I've never seen them like full on. He's like, "Where are you going?" He's like, "Seattle." "Why?" And I'm like, "Because I live there." It was just weird. And yeah, so like the tension's really palpable between your engagements with the side. When we were going up to Canada, didn't feel that at all. Like the guard, again, strictly business. They're not there to chat and be friendly, but she was totally fine with us, heading up there for the weekend. But coming back, man, they opened the trunk, digging through stuff, like just really hostile and unnecessary. So yeah, so let's see how this keeps going.
Greetings, Madam Democracy here. I would like to thank Canada for doing the right thing and boycotting anything America. You will not be the 51st state. And USAID, well, the farmers are really getting very mad because they can't sell their goods overseas. A lot of them are going to go belly up.
So yeah, I stand with Canada, period.
Let me make myself very clear. I am an American citizen, and I stand with Canada. You heard that right. I stand with Canada. Not everyone wants this, and I do not want this. I will always stand and defend our neighbors to the north. I stand with Canada.
Florida, our sunshine state, is giving love to you guys, Canada. Florida, our sunshine state, is giving love to you guys, Canada. We're here for you. Please don't forget us. We care about you, Canada, honestly.
Well, actually, homeboy, you might want to check with your fellow countrymen there, because over half of the Canadians that I've interacted with about this issue desire to become the 51st state and actually support a guy like Donald Trump.
I just spent the whole morning looking through her cabinets. We don't own anything from Canada. So I'm confused to what Justin Trudeau and the Canadians think is going to come from this. We don't own anything. I looked at every product in the house. Nothing is from Canada. So how is Canada think that they have any power over us? Because I'm going to be honest, Canada, everything you own comes from us. The only thing I could come up with was Nutella. And we don't need to eat Nutella. Like, that's not. But everything about your country comes from the United States. The only reason that you have any sort of power is becoming allies with us. Now, we could give you back to England. But why would we do that when we can make you the 51st state? Welcome to Canada, the 51st state of the United States of America, soon.
So as y'all can see, those opinions are pretty divided. But I'm going to have to say I think more Americans are in support of Canada. But like I stated in the beginning, there's honestly so many Americans that still just have no idea what's even going on. When they find out, will they be in support of Canada or will they be against Canada? I guess we'll find out soon.